So have you ever gone to a jazz concert? It may have been a classical concert. It's where there's music, right? And then there's a part in the show where they'll say improvise, and maybe the pianist or the person on the guitar, bass, or regular guitar, saxophonist, they just start ripping it apart, right? They just start going for it. And that's called improvising, right? They're saying, hey, improv, go for it. Now, you do have to be a skilled musician for that to really sound good. And in music, it sounds wonderful, right? When there's a really skilled musician and they're just doing their thing, right? Well, I want to give a contrast because sometimes we try to improvise on God, and that's when it's horrible. Hi, and welcome to Faith in Front. I just want to talk about avoiding the dangers of improvising on God, because as I just stated, improvising in music is great. Sometimes you may have even heard it said where someone's an actor and they'll reading their script and they'll say, well, improvise. And what the director is saying is just go for it. Just go off script. Do it according to how you feel. And some people are really good at improvising. But when it comes to living for God, don't improvise. Don't go off script because it doesn't work that way. God does not need us to improvise. He doesn't need our help. And sometimes we'll improvise, especially like if we think he's taking too long. I mean, think about the story of Abraham and Sarah, right? They were promised a son, Isaac. But what happened? For those of you who are familiar, it started taking too long, right? So what did they do? They improvised. Abraham gets with Hagar and has Ishmael. They went off script. They improvised. Don't improvise. Stick to the script. Because see, improvising is just doing things according to how you think they should be done or how you feel. Works great in music, even works great in acting. But when it comes to keeping your faith in front, stick to the script. Don't improvise. Don't take any creative licenses when it comes to God. I don't care how you try to label it in a cute way. Because let's face it, when we improvise with God, we're being disobedient. We're saying, Lord, I think you need some help. I think I'm going to do this like this. Don't improvise with God. You remember when Moses, he was up with the Lord and they started messing up down there while he was up with the Lord in the mountain. And then when he came down with the commandments and he broke them, he was angry. Moses improvised in his anger. Sometimes, our emotions are really the main culprit when it comes to what causes us to improvise. Well, I'm frustrated, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm impatient, just like Abraham and Sarah, so I'm going to improvise. Don't allow your emotions to cause you to improvise on God, because what happened with Moses? He wasn't able to enter to the promised land. There's always consequences when we decide to improvise and help God. Don't improvise. So this was sort of quick. I just wanted to come on here and encourage you to stick to the script, stick to the word. God's plan is always best. His script is always spot on. So there's no need for you to improvise and help the Lord out. I know you might be waiting on something, and it's a temptation to improvise and start twisting scriptures and saying all kinds of silly stuff to make it okay with him. Don't improvise. Don't improvise with God. Stick to the script. His plan is what's best. If you have not received Christ as your personal Savior, I pray that this would be the day that you do, because apart from God, your life is just an ongoing improvising. You're just living life according to how you feel, right? And doing it the way you think it should be done. Your life is an ongoing just improvising. And you might say, hey, I like it like this. But just know, doing things outside of God's will has negative consequences. And it might feel good now, just like you're on the saxophone and you're like, ooh, I'm killing it. You might feel that way about life. Yo, I'm just killing it. I'm doing life my way. But doing life apart from God has negative consequences. Ultimately, eternal separation from God. And a lot of people say, well, why would God send people to hell? God doesn't send people to hell. If you have heard the gospel, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life, and you say, no, don't want it. Well, hell is just where God says, okay, you said with your life, you didn't want me. I'm saying, okay. That's what hell is in a nutshell. God saying, okay. There are those who say, Lord, not my will be done, but your will be done. And then there are those, God looks at them and say, not my will be done, but your will be done. That's all it is. Improvising, doing things outside of God's will, apart from the scriptures, has negative consequences. And the ultimate negative consequence is for you to be eternally separated from God, where you cannot enjoy the benefits of his presence. So I pray that this would be the day that you would become a follower of Jesus Christ, because life is short. Life is but a vapor, but eternity is what it is. It's eternity. So try not to improvise, because that's another way of keeping your faith in the front.